Welcome back, everyone. So before the break that we talk about hotels combined and other meta search business model. However, I would like to show the real demo here because I know it might be a little bit confusing for you to tell the differences between meta search like hotels combined, kayak, or the TripAdvisor. So for hotels combined, then mainly does the hotel booking only to either through OTAs or to their own websites. Like we mentioned, is actually the product or say their booking platform provided to hotel. Although it says book through hotel, but it's not the hotel's official website, but it's the products hotels combined provided. But for TripAdvisor, they are more a little bit complicated because it's a one platform combines pretty much everything. You can see like for the hotels in Paris here. So if I check this hotel, La Nouvelle Republique, so it says the Agoda here, but also you can see Booking.com, Trip.com, Hotels.com here. So and the other six deals. But why are they showing different prices? If I click into and also direct me to Agoda, but I can check the other hotels or OTAs that they provide the same service or same date. Are they showing the correct information or say pricing here? Let's do October 7th to 8th. Then October 7th to 8th. Right, so this hotel in here. On the same date, it might show in different price. Okay, you see that on the 10th, 7th October, although on the website it says 91, but at the end the pricing goes up. So like I mentioned, it won't be the final price showing on the meta search. It really depends on how they work with OTAs. So this is 141, but on hotels.com, change to US dollar. On the same date, same hotel, the same room. Okay, this is 170, but Agoda is only 141. So this is how meta search work with other channels. They might display a better deal on their main page and have attract the travelers or the bookers to go through this. But when you enter, it might show different pricing. So this is how they work differently. Also, if you go into this hotel, they will show some reviews generated by TripAdvisor. But for sure, you can also find reviews on hotels.com or the Agoda. They also have reviews, but it will be different review basis on the travelers when they book and stay hotel. All right, so this meta search is quite different from hotels combined because hotels combined also have their own business model that charge the price directly to their websites. But most of the meta search only do the traffic directions. So once they direct traffic to OTAs, they charge OTA for it. But Hotels Combine's business model is they either direct traffic to all the OTAs, but they also can work with supplier hotels or airline company in directly charging from them. So that's how separated the meta search into the others. And also the Google does the same thing like I showed before. Let's take a look again. Say okay. Here on the Google page, it's part of the meta search, but also direct to Agoda or TripAdvisor, Hotels.com, Expedia, etc. So Google is more on top of it. So maybe direct to the other meta search or direct to OTAs. So as a search engine, the largest search engine in the world, Google does not just hotel but also flights. If you want to take a look for the flights as well, so I can do Google. Say Taipei to LX here. Or English. So here you can see all the flights showing from Google Flights. You can select the destination and the date you want to go, and it will also direct you to their websites to book. So you can select, you can see they can book with United Airlines directly, or with this OTA GoGo Gate, or book with Expedia. So it will help you to get to the flight page. Then you can book. Now, okay, so it takes you to the United Airlines directly, so you can see the pricing or the trip analysis here. So not just hotel, but Google also does Google Flights and Google Hotel Finders. So these are the other examples of business model for the meta search of Google. Okay, so we have covered most of the meta search, like Hotels Combine, Trivago. They are similar with TripAdvisor. Kayak and Skyscanner are flights. Google does everything, like usual. So nowadays, people are sometimes asking, how can this business or OTAs to be disappear in the world? Or say it's a trend right now. Everybody's using it, but what can it jeopardize this industry in the future? Back in the days before 2020, we always say Google might just take it everything because they have the power, they have the resources, they have the technology to like to terminate or say how to take over all these companies' share. But little they would know that COVID-19 is the reason these companies are suffering. But we're gonna get to that later. We have this more topic about this. Right now, let's focus on how to manage these OTAs. From the beginning of this classes that we talk about what are OTAs, what are the meta search, what are the business models. So we're gonna go more hands-on how to manage these OTAs, not just the hotel, not just the flights, but also we have tours. But in these management skills, that it comes with one thing is very important, is that the exposures. I'm sure all of you understand internet, or say the commercial or advertising are all about exposures. But how do we define these exposures? It's actually coming from the sort orders. So the sort orders is that how we define it, whether you will be displayed in the page or in the website, whether you're on top or you're at the back. So here's other few criteria that we have to make sure that we completed, so you get better sort orders. But right now, let's go to the page to see what sort orders it's like. Okay, so if I search for Taipei, where you might be at right now. Okay, we have this many hotels, 1,137 hotels, homes, and apartments in Taipei. How can you stand out? So let's have a look for the live site. There are several ways for a traveler to choose their hotels, either by map, so you can check where you're at right now. Say if you're near Taipei Arena, then you can zoom in to find the hotels here if they're available. There are quite many hotels here are available, right? Or I can select it by popular filters. Say I need free Wi-Fi, that's a must right now, but probably most hotels provide that. Or I want pool, I want to have a vacation here. They call it a staycation right now. So probably not that much options, but still a few. Or I want to do the pricing range. Star rating. Star rating is actually something I use most of the time, because for sure you want to stay at a better hotel if you want, where you have the budget. Or I want to have a very good review, guest rating, which is like A+. Then we can filter from it. Or from the neighbors, which district you are in, then you decide it. But rather than this selections, if I'm just coming into this page, how could I know, or how do I stand my hotels out from every other hotels? So this is the important questions, and that's actually the most significant points that we have to focus on to get us to be promoted or to be exposed. So we come back here. When we talk about sold orders, we talk about content, conversions, guest reviews, and rates. I've mentioned a little bit when we browse the live websites for it. So we go down to this. So like I mentioned, sold orders about how the viewers can search for your hotel and what makes them decided to book, and how about the review, and how about the price. For content, the minimum, or say the basic requirements, is to complete hotel info. What are the hotel infos? If I go into this Kakaya hotel, there will be an extranet from the OTAs for you to fill in all the informations. So all here, free Wi-Fi, parking available, airport transfer, bus stop, etc. These are the important informations that the clients, or say the travelers, are looking for. as well as the room's picture. Here, this hotel has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 12 rooms. So each rooms, have you uploaded the correct or say clear picture with good pixel? And the room definition about your bed, about the service you provided, and the amenities you have here. For this particular hotel, it's a onsen or hot spring hotel. So they should have tub here, spring water bathtub, or private bathroom, or premium bedding. These are the small details you want to make sure you are uploaded to all your OTAs. And this is how the travelers look at it. You never know if they want this kind of bed or toilet, like for this washlet for Japanese guests, particularly they need this. It's very regular for them. Bathtub as well. So all these informations are clearly updated on the OTAs, and not just on certain OTA like hotels.com or booking.com. It helps you it helps travelers to understand what your hotels is like, so they can make sure they book the correct rooms they wanted. So here I mentioned complete hotel info. With this correct information, we'll be able to avoid confusions. For like this, it's called standard suite, and this is also called standard suite. But it's a queen bed here. You can see that's a single. It's a one queen bed, but with the same room type. It's also called standard suite, but it's a two beds. It's a twin. What if you only put on standard suite, no view, like this, but you don't specific beds? Then that will be a problem for the travelers, particularly Japanese, because Japanese likes to use twin bed, even with couples or husband and wife. That's how they travel, as far as we understand. So these picture and the correct description helps you to avoid confusions. So the travelers can understand what rooms are they getting and what amenities they have. So we can see this, it's another suite, but this is a king bed. So under same size or under same category standard suites, it comes with different beds options already. So make sure you complete all your hotel information to avoid confusions, so that you can increase satisfaction. Why? Because travelers know what do they get. If we go down to see this executive suite, they have a little dining room, or say the living room here, and the bathtub, and places to sit, like drinking tea or something. But with this bed option, or say the room's amenities, are quite different from this, from the standard one. What if I have 4 people that want to travel together? Can this 4? Yeah, it can. But what if we have more people? Are they able to accommodate with a bigger room? Here, it sleeps to 5 people. So if I'm a family of 5, I can only stay in here instead for the ones up there for 4 people. So these are the details you have to make sure to update it and complete it, so to increase their satisfaction. So once the information are all updated, the travelers will be able to book it to increase your conversions. We're gonna get to the conversion later, because conversion is the key to all the e-commerce wise. Because OTA is also part of the e-commerce business. Then, once we have everything updated, so the travelers understand what services, what rooms they are getting, they want to book this room, they know what service they are receiving, what facilities they have, they booked it, and they come to check in and stay at the hotel. So everything is according to their expectations. They will have less guest complaints. So considering content is like very basic items you have to complete it, but it's also one of the major points you have to make sure you understand and update it, because all the details are separated you from the other hotels. Because of course when you build a hotel you have your selling point, but you want to make sure you're displayed correctly onto the OTAs. Make sure guests like it. So we have an example here for the two pictures below. I get that picture from a hotel near Taipei somewhere. And also this is a hotel in Taipei as well. So when you're a traveler, when you see these two pictures, when you're looking for a place to stay, which hotel would you rather to stay at, or which hotel will you choose? Is it on the left side? You have no idea whether it's a parking lot, or it's a highway, or it's a hotel itself. Maybe this is a hotel, I don't know. There's no signage for it. Or I know, okay, this is how my room looks like. There's a queen or king size bed, one sofa here, one desk that I can work from, and I like the carpet and also the curtains that I can use while I'm going to sleep. So for sure you're going to check the pictures on the right. So this is how I mentioned why we have to complete this content before selecting your hotels. Okay, now we come to conversions. Conversion is one key element when you are talking about e-commerce. Conversion means how many bookings was received divided by the viewers times 100% for the percentage. So that means if I have 50 bookings coming from this certain OTAs, and according to OTA's click, or say their history or their log, there are 1,000 viewers. So out of 1,000 viewers, I generated 50 bookings. So 50 bookings divided by 1,000 viewers times 100% equals 5%. That means my conversion is 5%. In other words, every 100 viewers, there will have 5 bookings. So that means out of 100 persons, 5 persons will book my hotel. Is it high? It's actually pretty good. So why do I want to increase my conversion? Imagine OTA is a platform that runs 24 hours a day. Back in the days, if we're as a travel agent, a regular or the traditional offline travel agent, like we mentioned here at the very beginning, if you don't book through internet, you have to call hotels, you have to call airline company, you have to call the train station, or to call the train company or a travel agent to book these. So people work from probably 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. for 9 hours every day, and that's good enough already. Some people only probably work for 5 hours, but are you able to book your vacation or book your hotels when it's 11 p.m. or it's like 2 p.m., 2 a.m. in the morning? Back in the days, not. But with internet's help, right now we have OTAs. We are able to book anytime you like. because with all these OTAs help, you can book instantly online. So like with this conversion, it runs 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we might get 1 or 2 million viewers per month. If you're a larger property or a more popular station or a popular location, you will get maybe 20 million viewers per month. And how many bookings do you get from? With this number, you can check most of the OTA extranet, either Expedia or Booking.com. They provide specific reports about how was your conversions. If it's very low, then you have to consider why my conversion is really low. It's not going up. You might have to look if it's my picture not correct or my content's not correct. So the traveler is not able to book the hotels they want or the rooms they want. Or is it because my pricing are too expensive compared to the market-wise? But all these numbers, or say the conversion numbers, won't show to the travelers. But it is important to the suppliers to understand how competitive your product is or your services is. Because with this number, it tells everything. So when we talk about OTAs, when we talk about e-commerce, conversion applies to all of them. So why conversion is important? Because it generates profit. It generates the revenues that you wanted through the internet, which is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.